Hello everyone, my name is Aline. I'm part of the creative brand strategies here in Hot Croissant Creative. Today's video, I would like to provide you with a little bit of insight regarding the importance of having an emotional element and emotional connections in your branding effort. The reason why I'm making this video is because as a creative agency, we often handle and receive requests, especially from small business owners, to make their ideal brand strategy. And when we send them questionnaires with a list of questions about the emotional elements that they would like people and the customer to see, it perplexes them. That why do I have to care about emotions, for example? And that is such a dangerous thinking to have when it comes to branding, because of course, images, fonts, colors are extremely important and are part of branding and brand strategy as well. But when you're lacking emotional connections and emotional relationships, that can endanger the longevity of the business itself. It won't be workable at all, especially in the long run. So without further ado, let's jump into the reason why you really have to pay attention when it comes to branding, to have elements of connections and emotional and feeling in every aspect of your branding elements. You may have heard it before that branding is not about what you say, but what your customers feel. That's because a brand is more than just your logo, your taglines, or even your product or services. It's actually beyond that. It's about a feeling that customers have about your company, about the business itself. A strong brand creates an emotional connection with its customers. It builds trust and loyalty, which are really important elements when it comes to running a business between you and the customers, and which ultimately leads to long-term success. People don't buy products. This is something that you really have to keep in mind. They buy into brands. They decide whether or not they trust a brand before even trying the product or service. This is why branding is so important, and this is why having such a strong element, connection, and relationship, because it will shape the way your customer think about your company long before they ever decide whether or not to buy from you and to engage with you as the business. You have to keep in mind that buying decisions are often emotional and social experiences. Customers do really care about emotion and connection when it comes to making buying decisions, and also when it comes to branding. Buyers are more likely to buy from businesses whose products align with their values, beliefs, and interests. And this means that your target audience has an emotional attachment to your product or services, and also to your business as whole. And the best way to build this connection is through creating a narrative around your product or service or the business itself that mirrors what your customer care most about their life. And also, important point to remember is that brands that do not resonate emotionally with their customer will struggle to attract new users and keep existing ones engaged over time. And in order for brands, for businesses to create an emotional connection with their customers, they need to know what emotions drive their target audience most strongly. And this means that brands need to understand how their customer feel about themselves, other people in their life, the world around them, and their needs and wants as customer. Only then can a business create messaging around these emotions that resonates really well with their customers on a personal level, which is really important. In the next video, I will be providing you with another insight on how to define the type of emotions and connections that are aligned with your ideal customers. For example, I have a little bit of insight that you can use in your branding plan when it comes to emotions. The feeling of freedom, of being able to pursue your customers' passions and interests, the feeling of connection, like being part of a community or feeling connected to other people or feeling like they belong somewhere, the feeling of purpose, like having a higher calling or being part of something bigger than themselves, and also the feeling of love, and belonging, which is something that is very powerful for many people. We know that creating a brand strategy is indeed such a complex process that requires you to understand many aspects. For example, your audiences, their behavior, what colors are the best suitable for them, and more, especially when you are a small business and when you have just started out and you don't have a lot of team to help you with your branding strategy and branding characteristic. Therefore, if you are struggling to build and design your business brand strategy, you can contact us here in Hot Croissant Creative. We can work together and let us build your brand strategy, essentially. That's it for now for today's video. I will see you on the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Goodbye.